Hello everyone, hello, welcome in. Oh, sorry, I kicked the desk then. Oh, I can hear myself playing off my laptop. Let me just get out of that. What's that noise? Why can I hear noise? There we go. So at least I know it's working. Right, who have we got in the chat today? Hello Ashley AA, welcome. Hello Zoe, long time no talk. Zoe got a drink, went to the bathroom and struggled with cramping at the moment. Been sat at the desk too long. Yeah, been doing a little bit of colouring, a lot of chatting. Hi Dawn, welcome in, nice to see you here. My camera's a bit wonky, there we go. And oh, hello Jen, hello at Plan Create Cope. Hello, welcome to the stream, lovely to see you join us. I'll just wait in case a few more people join. This is a little bonus stream at a different time. I just thought I'd test the water, see how it goes. Oh. Don't mind me just fiddling with the camera here. There we go. It's not pressing on my volume button constantly. There we go. Still getting used to this new tripod camera thing. Whilst I'm waiting a little bit, I'll sharpen up some pencils. Oh, you've been lurking so far, Jen. Nice to see you in chat. No problem at all if you're just lurking. Lovely to see you interacting in the chat. Oh, hi, Anamta. Anamta? Have I got that right? Zoe's waiting for the football to start. Did you say it was starting about now, 4 o'clock-ish? Ashley is under the covers, it's 8:30 AM. I don't blame you. You and your sports ball. Yeah, I don't keep up with football at all. Right, almost there. They've just said it's starting in 35 minutes. They're milking the final natter. Suppose it's different from the F1 natter. Come on, camera. There we go. Right, let's get that dirty bit of tissue out the way there. And let's open up the page to the sunflowers that I started colouring last week. Not sure what I'm going to do next on the page. I'll try. Is that a bit squarer in the frame? A little bit-ish. Just looks a bit wonky donkey, but that's okay. We've got the kitty page. Cute little cats, yeah. So I think I will focus on the tub, pump and the water and maybe these little duckies in it. Then save the kitties for another stream. Frame is good. Okay, thank you. Yeah, the sunflowers is the easy part for me. It's like nice to just start with those and know my colours and what I'm doing. But for this tub, I'm thinking some kind of metal. Kind of want. Yeah, avoiding the kitty. I haven't done the character profile page yet, which I might do off stream at some point, and at least get these two kitties, Chiro and Heek, coloured, because those are the ones featured in this page. Yeah, I'm not quite sure Might look for a reference photo for a copper tub. Copper bathtub. No, I want an old looking one. Our High Perfection cider. Lovely, perfect timing. 1:35 AM here. Notified when you get about to sleep. Oh dear. Well, I hope you have a good sleep, Perfection. You're cold, although it's 41 degrees C outside. Oh, wow, your aircon must be absolutely blasting in your house. Just looking up some reference pics here. I can share it with you all. Yeah. Just looking up some potential reference. Search old copper bathtub. Your aircon is at 25 degrees C always. See, that's a good temperature, 25. Fun sharpener story. I splurged an extra $5 to get the dial 155 with professional sharpener, and when I used it, it ate my pencils. Where it holds it from, needless to say, I just ordered the dial 133. Oh dear. Yeah, these, it has a kind of rubbery inside, so it doesn't hurt the pencils at all when it grips in. I've got myself a nice cup of tea here. Is that a bathtub or just a garden thing with a pump? It looks like one of those old copper, or I don't know if I want to do it coppery or kind of silvery, metally. Yeah, it's attached to a pump. Like a tin paddling pool. Yeah, it is kind of a bit. Maybe I'll do the base just a grey. Like tin, yeah. Let's search for tin outdoor bath. Look at that picture there. They dragged over to the pump. Yeah, kind of like one of these sort of thing. Could be rusty, yeah. I could add a bit of kind of rustiness with a bit of pencil. I say a bit of pencil. Like do the base layer activated albrecht-durers with the greys. Like a warm grey or a cool grey. I don't know. Let's grab my swatch book. Yeah, I think warm grey 1, 2, 3. Am I a full-time illustrator? No, I don't draw. I colour. Not even a full-time colourer. I will. Hi Chrissy, lovely to see you join us. Jess! Google tank pool. Alright Zoe, I will. Tank pool. Oh yes. One of these. Let's try old tank pool. Yeah, it does look like one of those actually. So I'll do it. Here. Yeah. Got those kind of pictures up. Something like this. Just shiny metal. Okay, let's change back to a normal one. There we go. Drinking my tea now before it gets too cold. Right, so I'm gonna get, no, let's get the cold greys out. I think Let's go 5, 3 and 2. Get my albrecht-durers case open. So I got cold grey 5, 2 and 3. And I'll just start shading here. Then once I've activated it with water, I may go back in with a bit of a brown coppery colour pencil and do some kind of rust shading on top. So I hope everyone's Sunday is going okay. Some of us are in the afternoon, if you're in British time zone. Some of us have just woken up. So if it's your afternoon, let me know how your day has gone. If you're just waking up, have you got any plans for the day? What do you think you're going to be doing? I have just, literally just before the stream, finished a video chat colour session with Zoe. Not so much colouring done, but plenty of chatting. Oh, I've just realised I don't have all chat on. Oh, yeah, see, I missed out on a bunch of messages. I thought, oh, it's gone quiet. The last message I saw was Zoe sending the link. Jen's in Kentucky in the US, and we currently have a heat advisory today and an extreme heat watch tomorrow. It will be 35 to 36 today. Ooh, horrible. Horrible, horrible. Hi Pauline, welcome in. Hello. I wasn't aware that there's a whole lovely community of people who love colouring until I saw my channel. Oh, there is so many channels out there. There's so much fun colouring content to be consumed and enjoyed. Oh, where am I? Yeah, as Double said, there are loads of channels. After Zoe, we are going to Yolanda's channel for another live stream. Yeah, Yolanda is colouring Biker Mama, and she's doing a live stream in about, it's her 8 o'clock, it's our 7 o'clock, just under 2 hours, just over 2 hours. Oh, hi Polly, welcome in, thanks for joining. And welcome Heavenly Blessed Home, welcome, welcome. Yeah, you mean after Zoe you mean Jess, yeah. It's Monday here, wouldn't recommend. Oh no. Are you going to be working later, Cider Perfection? Chrissy's just hanging out with the family. Husband is off on Sundays, making a brunch. It's 11:43 AM right now. Lovely. There's a little group of us that go on stream crawls. Yeah, that bounce from stream to stream. Most of the time there is a clash, so I miss all the live stream fun. Yeah, it's time zones are annoying. What works for one person will not work for another. As someone who has just started live streaming, all I can suggest to others is do what works for you, and people will always join you, or will hopefully always join you. Yeah, we got the link for Yolanda's channel there, who is streaming later tonight. Looking forward to that. When it's those kind of early evening streams, I tend to pop in a little bit later, as I've just had my tea/dinner with me mum and dad. Colouring by Kamal will be live in 2 hours 15 minutes. Perfection works nights, but I'm on holiday, so don't go back till next Monday. Ah, so you'll be able to be in the land of people working in the day. We're all in the morning for Ashley. Except Amy, she works up until bedtime, yeah. Hi Carol, thank you for joining us. Hello, thanks for your lovely comment as well. Maybe Amy will fancy streaming again this evening. Maybe. Her planned stream days for us. Oh, we've just talked about this, didn't we? It was Sunday. It's her Saturday, but our Sunday. No. Huh? Wait, yeah, tonight. No, yesterday. Oh, I'm getting so confused. Her Sunday, our Saturday. She's a day ahead. So I think for us, it's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. That feels right. I'm getting confused. Or I don't know. It's our Sunday, her Monday at the moment. Yeah. Honestly, if I think too much about time zones, my brain goes to mush and I start to malfunction a bit. I get so confused. When did I start this colouring? I started this on Friday, 2 days ago. Usually I'll stream at 7:30 PM BST, but because this is Yolanda's stream night, I thought I'd do a late afternoon stream instead. Be live for a couple of hours before I have my dinner. She lives in the future. Yeah, Amy lives in the future. She streams Monday for us, Tuesday for her. So Saturday, Monday, Wednesday or Thursday? I don't know. I would get out of bed to look at my list, but I'm chilly and need blankets. That's fair enough, Ashley. You stay where it's comfy. She said it in a stream the other day. Oh, bear with me just one moment. Sorry, I was just telling my parents they've just got home. I was saying that I was live. Do I have a library? Yeah, I've got a local library that I've actually just renewed my card for it, because I have very nearly almost finished Sunrise on the Reaping, the audiobook, although that wasn't rented from my library. I got that on Audible. Hi British mum and dad. Yeah, they're downstairs. My dad goes, can we join? And I was like, okay. I don't know what they'd do, just be like, hi. Library of colouring books. I have a bit of a collection. I've got a cube bookshelf to my right that has 4 cubes, and then I have another smaller one with just 2 cubes. So I have 6 cubes worth of books. So Amy streams on Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, Australia time, Australia, New Zealand time. But for the rest of us, it's Monday, Thursday, Saturday. I think I said that at one point. yeah, my colouring book collection is something that I have been slowly but surely adding to over the past 3 years. I've been colouring for now. I started in June 2022, so literally just over 3 years of colouring. The first 6 months I only had about, I think it was less than 20 books, and then it really kind of blew up from there. In 2023 I really started to get into the collecting side of it. Having to find ways to expand my storage. We pretty much worked it out between us in the end. I always remember Monday and Saturday, but the midweek ones throws me. Yeah, I can never quite remember which day it is midweek, so it's Thursday. Also was confusing that last week she was streaming pretty much every day, so didn't need to remember a schedule. She was always there, which was lovely. Yeah, I just couldn't wait to get back into this book, so I thought I'm in a better mood today than I was yesterday, so I'll do a bit of streaming. This is one of those pages I kind of didn't want to put down, but as I was colouring it on stream, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to put it down, work on something different. Oh yeah, we don't have Yana. Maybe she's still asleep. A bit early for her, Zoe. We're starting a hashtag live streams for Yana. Thank you for sharing your colouring. You're so welcome. Thank you for joining me. I think when I activate this with the water, I'm going to need my bigger brush. Otherwise, this one. Yeah, so I think I'll grab the bigger one out. Where is it? Yeah, that one will be better size to activate it. Yana is East Coast, so she's lunchtime, the earliest side. This book is on your wish list. It might be a birthday gift to yourself in October. It is a wonderful gift. And I feel like with me streaming it and seeing Amy streaming it a lot recently, it's kind of reintroduced it to the colouring community. Like, I know quite a few people have this book. It's a fairly old book. In fact, how old? Let's say in the back. 2021. So not the oldest, but been out for a fair few years. Yeah, I feel like it's had a nice resurgence this past year. Oh, that reminds me, I need to message Amy to join her Nelko Neko group, because they're doing a page every month, every 2 months I think it is, from this book. Oh, hi Yana, she's here. Welcome in, Yana. Yes, Zoe and I are going art shopping next week to Oxford, so that's going to be a lot of fun. You can imagine how stunning these pages will be in gel pens. Yeah, that'll be really nice. Get some nice details in them. Yana's trying to get some chores completed. Ah, she's been busy. Busy. Yeah, how are you doing, Yana, today? Oh, Ashley, if you can add me, that would be perfect. because once I colour this page, I definitely want to be colouring in this book more regularly. Do you guys find that sometimes it takes you months and months of owning a book to colour your first page, and then once you do, you become quite obsessed with it and want to keep colouring and carrying on with it? Knee is better, able to do more today. I can't just sit and watch everything get behind, then I have much more to do later. Yeah, true, Yana, but you do have to take it easy. Right, that's my tea finished. Oh, thanks, Ashley. Just getting the book to Australia is so expensive. Yeah, check out, I got mine from Amazon Japan, and I find that if I add at least 3 books to my order, with the shipping, it's just over £10 a book. But that's shipping to the UK. I don't know what it will be like for Australia. Maybe a bit cheaper shipping from Amazon Japan, actually, considering it's a bit closer country-wise. Yeah, Steve's joining us to Oxford. He's not really the third wheel because he's Zoe's partner. I'm the third wheel. Oh, Zoe's just popped a link into chat. That's perfect for Nelkaneko. Is that Amazon Japan or... yeah, Amazon JP. Actually, I'm supposed to be doing as much as I can and keep putting weight on my leg, per instructions from the surgeon. Knee surgery requires getting up and around. Yeah, I remember when my nan had her knee replacement surgery, the first one, she was told off for not doing her physical therapy, and they were like, if you can't get your knee to a 90-degree angle, we'll push it there. So after that, she was like, right, let's do my physical therapy now. Hi Alison, you're not that late at all. I started just about half an hour ago. These pencils are the albrecht-durers. You haven't been able to put Mel Pomeny's books down lately, Perfection? Oh, I was really obsessed with Mel Pomeny's books when I first got them. I've really neglected them recently. There's just so many amazing books to colour, it's hard to get round to all of them, isn't it? Welcome in, Julie. Thanks for joining us. Oh, thank you, Zoe, for helping with the facts. Yeah, albrecht-durers, and at the end of the stream, I will add to the description the names of all the colours that I used. I have been doing that at the end of each of my streams, so if anyone watches it back and wants to use the same colours as I did, then you can just check the description and they're there. She's earning her stars. Stars for supplies. Thanks, Polly. Thank you. Really enjoying colouring it. And the albrecht-durers go amazingly on this paper. Like, there's not even the tiniest bit of buckling or warping at all on the page. And I do try and use a limited amount of water, but I'm not the best at using tiny amounts, so it will occasionally buckle in most books, but this book, yeah, it's great for water mediums, I'm discovering. Best mod goes to Zoe. For my stream, yes. We can't forget Audrey for Steve's mod. Do I use brush pens as well? Not so much as I do pencils. I have the Tombow dual brush pens, but I don't tend to use them as much. Welcome in, Amy. Thank you so much for joining us on the stream. Lovely to have you join us. Perfection has 265 colouring books and 80 to 85% of my books are untouched. Never enough time. Yeah, it is hard to find the time to get around to all of them. How many books do I have? It's around a similar amount to that. Or I think it might be 230 something. 242, but plus 1 more, plus 2 more, plus 2 more to that I haven't written down yet. So that's 244 and then minus 5 that I've destashed, so 239 books. And from last month, my percentage of untouched books was 24.1. So 3/4 I have coloured in, roughly. Audrey the Big Spanner, exactly. Are they oil or wax pencils? I have so much to learn. These, I believe, are oil-based. The polychrome is definitely oil-based pencils. And I don't know how the pigment differs with the albrecht-durers, because these are watercolour pencils that you can activate with water and have that nice watercolour effect like I've got across the page here. Your opinion changes per streamer. Yes, for my stream, Zoe is the best admin. Thank you very much. You can drive Friday. Yay! No more trying to find someone to go to the store for me. Yay, Yana, you'll have freedom to get out and go places wherever you want to, whenever you want to. I think that is the best thing about being able to drive. You started last year, you've got 16 books. Yeah, no problem with 16 books. It's nice starting out with a smaller collection and seeing it build up over time. Having that smaller collection means that you show more love to those books and actually colour a bunch of pages in them. It was fun looking back at my Johanna Basford books for the rank and rate video that I did recently and seeing pages I'd coloured in. Your wish list is 156. Yeah, the wish list is forever growing. Perfection's been colouring since October 2015, but your forever go-to medium is gel pens. Ah, nice. Yeah, I don't use gel pens a lot. I've just recently got the Languid gel pens, which have been fun for adding some extra details to the page. Yana wishes she could be poolside, but until the stitches are out, I can't submerge my knee. Shower but waterproof band-aid on. Yeah, you got to protect it. You're still trying to learn which books are worthy or not. The only thing isn't your tastes change, and that's okay. I think just get what you're feeling inspired by with your wish list. Maybe add a couple to your cart, leave it a week, and if you're still wanting to buy those books, then go ahead and get them if you've got the money. I find I'm often persuaded by hauls and seeing people's completed pages. Seeing coloured pages in a book definitely is inspiring to me to see whether it would be a book that I'd like to colour in or not, rather than just seeing the blank line work. Yeah, exactly what Zoe said. You might find your style or taste changes the more you colour. Some books I did when I first started, I wouldn't pick up now. Yeah, I've destashed, I would just counted 10 books. I've always tried to be very careful with what I buy. and very selective and picky, and because of that, it's meant that most of the books I have I do absolutely love and would never get rid of. Hi Trini, Smart Husky, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Yeah, it's nice having those older books, some older colouring in them that you wouldn't get rid of because it shows your colouring journey. Maybe if you've only got 1 or 2 pages coloured in them, it's nice to de-stash every now and then. But there are some books I have, like Enchanted Forest. I don't know if I'll get back to that, but it's got some old colouring in it that I would never want to get rid of because it does show my journey. Funny how everyone's Johanna Basford and yours is Millie Marotta. She was my first colouring book and loved her ever since. Millie Marotta was my second colouring book. I bought Magical Jungle first from B&M, and then I picked up Millie Marotta's Woodland Wild shortly after because it was also there, and I never coloured in it. And it's in my de-stash pile. And I think I was just overwhelmed by it. And I'm glad now that I never did actually colour it, because it means that whoever I pass the book to gets a nice full colouring book with none of my colourings in them. Most of the time the books which are awesome aren't even available here. Yeah, it is really frustrating when some amazing books and artists are hard to get hold of. By all these gorgeous Japanese artists and Korean artists that you can get hold of, but it is a lot harder. Zoe's style has changed very recently again, even subject matter, yeah. You've had a big clear out, haven't you? You've got a huge pile of books that you've gotten rid of. It'll be interesting when you've done your full spreadsheet, Zoe, and you can see how many books you've actually got in your collection. The sunflowers are so beautiful. Thank you so much, Trini. Do I have Night Voyage by Daria Song? Yes, I do, actually. I can show it. It is right here. Here is Night Voyage. I have one whip in here that I still need to finish. But it is such a beautiful book. Here is the whip I started when I first got the book, actually. I've got all my pencils saved there, added some gold metallic colour to the wallpaper. It's just all these presents and thinking of a colour scheme for it. It's tricky. I definitely want to incorporate these pinks and yellows throughout. Maybe some blues and the greens as well. Add some neutral tones. But yeah, I really do love a lot of pages in this book. Oh, it's got a flag in it. Take that out. Don't need a flag in that. I'll just quickly flip through it for you. It's got some large backgrounds, which is definitely intimidating, but with a bit of watercolour or soft pastel, you can do it pretty simply. Do like a lot of pages in here. Zoe's very much into colouring flora and fauna. Yeah, you're loving your floral books and your animal books. You're currently up to 77 on the spreadsheet, and that's 2 cubes. Yeah, Zoe's got a lot of cubes. Millie Marotta, Hannah Carson and Mel Pomeni and Alan Robert are your auto buys. Hannah Carson and Mel Pomeni are definitely 2. I absolutely adore their artwork. Never had any Alan Roberts. His style just isn't for me personally, but I do appreciate it. It's very, very cool. I love that page with all the books. What flowers do I like? My favourite flowers are lilies. But I don't know if lilies are my favourite to colour per se. I do like colouring poppies. Those are always fun. So that's Night Voyage. I like colouring poppies. I like colouring daisies as well. It's a simple flower, and sunflowers are a lot of fun to colour. Yeah, there's Time Garden as well by Dario Song, and another one I think, but I wasn't so keen on those books, so I just picked up Night Voyage, and considering I still haven't finished a page in it, I won't be rushing to pick up any more just yet anyway. I feel nostalgic with this every time I think to colour it, but it feels like I will ruin it. Oh, it is hard getting over that fear, but sometimes you've just got to put pencil to paper and realise that there's always a way to fix things if you don't like how it turns out. Like with acrylic paint, paint pens are a great fix for pages that don't turn out the way you want. I loved colouring that teddy bear, thank you. Zoe's favourite flowers are gerberas and hibiscus. Oh yeah, I do like hibiscus flowers. The paper is good paper. It's very smooth, but pencils lay down well on it. I've used Prismacolors so far in there, and I used a bit of metallic gold watercolour, and none of that bled through at all, so that's always a good sign. Don't know what the publisher is. Does it say? Watson Guptill. So not familiar with that, but yeah, the paper is very white and smooth and pretty thick. Nice and thick. Yeah, it's a nice paper, that book. Yeah, lots of people are agreeing it's good paper. Plan Create Cope just got your first Maria Troll book, Botanicum. You're in your flower era. That was my first Maria Troll book as well, Botanicum. Really, really loved it. And now it's actually at the bottom of my ratings for all of her books. I prefer a lot of her others now. But that's, again, shows how your tastes change over time. Do I have any colouring books about only flowers? Yes, I do. I have Stratton Peterson's The Language of Flowers. I will grab that. So I have this one, and then I recently, it's in my haul pile. I recently got this one, Floribunda Year. This one. They're both kind of just purely flowers, especially this one. It goes through every month of the year and has different flowers and little animals associated with the months. I found this for a good deal on Vinted, so I snapped it. Yeah, there's so many gorgeous pages in here. And then The Language of Flowers is releasing on the 31st of July. This was a pre-release copy I was given. This is published by Lomart, which is really nice quality books. And this, I love. So many flowers in it. I've done just the one page so far. But there's also Flowerscape and Flowerscape in Paradise. I love the look of both of those books. Those are by Maggie and Terrius. And those are great options for flower colourings. I think that's about it for me of books which are just flowers. Lots of books contain flowers in it though. You saw that I had Botanicum at the bottom, but you said you still liked it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have it in my collection if I didn't like it. It's a beautiful book and there's so many pages I'd love to colour. But yeah, it just happened to be at the bottom of my rankings and it was quite surprising for me. I haven't got Flowerscape yet, no Zoe. Flowerscape in Paradise will be the one that I'd get first. Just colour with glitter gel pens, it always works out perfectly. Yeah, if in doubt, glitter it out, as Amy would say. You completed a Melpa Mini page today with all the glitter gel pens. That is so amazing. Paper for both of those books are really good. Floribunda Year is kind of an ivory tone paper, but they're both nice quality. Is Sarah Renee Clark's new book just flowers? I know there are portrait pics wearing flowers in it. I think it has a variety of different stuff. I don't have the book personally, but there are several flip throughs on YouTube of the book. It's called Vibrant Wilds. I know there's a page with just butterflies on it that Kira are pictured purpose coloured. I can't think now of any of the other pages that don't contain flowers. There's a lot of flowers in it, but pages that don't contain any flowers. You bought Floramania. Don't get the Amazon paper, get the upgraded edition. Floramania, who's that by? I'm trying to think. I recognise the title and I cannot think who the artist is. Floramania. Do you frame the pages you love colouring? No, I like to keep them in my books. I like keeping my books intact personally for me, and also I'd be afraid of framing or hanging up art and the colours fading away, because if you leave it in sunlight the colours do fade, and that would make me so sad. So having it in the book helps to preserve the quality of the line work. You coloured today in Hannah Carl's Summer Nights, the back page. Oh, I know exactly the one you're on about. Floribunda Year is half price on Amazon at the moment. Ooh, good deal, good deal. So Floribunda Year is by Layla Dooley, and that contains, I believe it's all of the pictures from the Flower Year, which was this hardback book that she created. And then it's also got some of the pictures from Floribunda, which was an older book that she had. Oh, welcome Nikki, thank you for joining. Thought you'd stop by to say congratulations on your live streams going well. Thanks for joining, lovely to see you here. Thanks for commenting. Yeah, there are tons of flip throughs of Vibrant Wilds. Oh, hi Crafting Mama Bear, hello. Thank you for joining us. Happy you caught my live stream. You love the sunflowers. They are our state flower in Kansas, USA. Lovely. Yeah, great to have you join us. Ravenna or Ravenna. Oh, I lost it. Buscaran. I'm going to search for it. Let's translate. Floramania. Floramania. Ravenna. Buscaran. Ah, yes. Yes. I knew I'd heard of the name. It's this fairly new series of these mania books. I think they did a bird mania recently as well. I think it might be the same publishing company as Mythographics. I'm not sure, but yeah, there's a flip through there. There we go. Yeah, Layla Julie, not Duty. She is the artist of Floribunda Year, Flower Year. She did Woodland Walk and another one. Woodland and Beautiful Planet. And they're these big books, like tall books. I like keeping them in books too, but recently discovered how beautifully they can come up from a colour photocopy, so that may be an option for framing. Ah, yeah, that is a good idea. I don't have a photocopy machine, so I wouldn't be able to do that, but yeah, that's a nice idea of displaying some art. Perfection's off to sleep. How dare time zones be a thing? I know, Perfection. Have a good sleep though, thanks for joining me. A lot of the pages were off-centre and run off either the sides, bottoms or tops of the pages. Oh, that's really annoying. Jess, you got a few of the Tiny Worlds books. My fault. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I have just got... I was very, very kindly sent the first Tiny Worlds book by Matt Edwards this month. One of my friends in the colouring community, Catherine, said that she had it and didn't think that she was going to colour it. So I just paid for the postage and she sent the book over to me. So I got that one as well. And then I've got the 2 by Alex Oxton. I've got the Colouring Heaven by Alex Oxton that was out this month. Really enjoying it. Being a part of the Tiny Worlds group set up by Jodie at JI Colorist. So Nikki, if you'd like to join the group, just let me know and I can add you. We are colouring in Fairy Homes next month. Yeah, Chrissy, that's why you couldn't find the stuff. Yeah, it's D-U-L-Y, Julie. Crafting Mama Bear, she's working on her first page in Petit Poupée. You love my voice, so I'll just hang out and listen to you chat. Oh, thanks. I'm sure my parents would not agree with you. They love my voice. Sick of it. Oh, bye, Dawn. You take care. You tried that colour photocopy thing, but my cat splashed water on it. Oh, no. No, not the cat. We love our cats, but gosh, they can be a menace sometimes. They really can. Some pictures in Tiny Worlds are so tiny. Yeah, I did have a flip through of Tiny Worlds. I think it's called Secret Wonders, the second book that was released, and I was like, not that one. That one's not for me. It is teeny, teeny, tiny. Definitely need your fine liners or super, super sharp pencils for that book. But the other ones, Fairy Homes, Pocket Pets is my favourite, and the first Tiny Worlds, it's just about detailed enough that I can deal with it. Why Dawn always going off if I join here? Oh, Dawn will pop in for a bit and then she'll pop off and get some other things done. So don't worry. It's never any trouble if you only manage to pop in for a few minutes. Say hi and then pop off again. I understand you all have, everyone has their lives that they need to crack on with. Yeah, you got things to do. That tub really does look metallic. Amazing work. Oh, thank you. That's why I said your fault. I'm sorry. I blame Jodie. So if you're blaming me, I blame Jodie. I'm sure Jodie will have someone else to blame. They are some gorgeous books. And they were ones that I'd had on my wish list for ages, and it wasn't until I'd seen one in person. Often you need to see it in person to really kind of appreciate the artwork. And £3 at TK Maxx, absolute bargain. Nikki is crafting and listening. Yeah, whenever I'm watching live streams, I'm usually colouring whilst watching. So sometimes I'll go quiet and chat, and it's because I'm doing a big alcohol marker background that I've got to concentrate on, don't want to look up, and then I'll be like, okay, now I'll type something. Yeah, colouring metal I've always really enjoyed, because it's about keeping darks and lights quite distinct. So always have your shades on the outside, and then you can add another shade in sort of a centre bit to give it that kind of shiny reflection, and have it go to really light and really dark. Is a good way to create that kind of metal effect. I've always enjoyed colouring gold. In fact, looking back at some of my older pages where I've coloured gold objects, and I'm like, oh, I still love how it looks. Right, I think I'm just about finished with the tub. I'll move on to the pump now. Need to give my pencils a bit of a sharpen. Trini's on vacation now this week. Going to be spending lots of time colouring on your vacation. I'm very good at multitasking, talking and colouring at the same time. Thanks, Anamata. I wasn't to start with, that's for sure. And even now I will get distracted by chat and or get a backlog of messages that I need to go through and read. But I'm getting better now at being able to look up and sort of colour a bit, look up, read a comment, talk about the comment, and then carry on that way. You always colour alone without talking. Yeah, I usually colour whilst watching something, whether that's another colourist YouTube, whether that's a film, TV series. This last week I've been listening to the new Hunger Games audiobook. I've been really enjoying that. I don't like colouring in silence, whereas I know some people do. I hate colouring in silence. I like to have some background noise. So colouring on stream is okay because I've got my background music here playing as well as myself, and interacting and talking with you feels like I'm not so lonely. It's been a lot of fun. How I managed to get so much colour during a stream amazes me compared to my speed, haha. Well, I can't explain it. I don't think I'm colouring. I'm not an insanely fast colourer, but I'm not a slow. I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle. Because there are people who get like 60, 70, 100 pages coloured in a month, and I definitely don't get to those numbers. I'm more in the range of 30 to 40, but that's because I have a lot of simpler pages that I do in a month as well as more complicated ones. Oh, you're swatching your Castle Art pencils right now. You have all of them except the Harmonious sets. I have been really interested in the Harmonious set of pencils. They're really interesting colour range. It'd be great to sort of supplement other sets, I think, but I want them to come onto Amazon. I don't like the idea of having to order from the Castle Art website. Because if something goes wrong, Amazon is really good at dealing with returns and things like that. And I don't know what Castle Arts are like in that sense. Thank you for the tips. I'm fairly new colourist and find all your work inspiring. Thanks so much, Alison. That's such a lovely comment. There is a Dragonspell group. You've bought that book too. Yes, I'm sure someone can add you. Yeah, Sue Vera Art, or Yolanda at Colouring by Mum. I think those were the ones that started it. I love a live or a really long video to have on whilst I'm colouring. Yeah, me too. I like having hour, 2 hour long videos that you can just put on and you don't have to worry about finding the next video whilst colouring. You just have it on in the background. Oh, that's great, Trini. Trying your best to colour, colouring more. Yeah, all you can do is keep colouring, trying to improve little bits over time. And you won't realise it at first, but then when you look back years later, you'll be like, oh yeah, look at that. That is a big difference. Chrissy is finishing up some whips for July on your last one by Sugar Sweet Art. And now you've got to post some scavenger hunt pics and I'll be able to start fresh for August. Yeah, I'm approaching the end of my list of buddy colours for July. And I'm getting excited about the final few books. I say final few. It's over half of my list of randomised books that I'm wanting to focus on for August. I think I will be filming a plans video tomorrow, hopefully. Get a couple of videos filmed tomorrow, maybe. I'll see. Depends if my dad is home for work. Your husband gave you his blessing to sit and colour with you guys. Oh, that's good. Question for folks who are more experienced. How do you find colour alongs that folks are doing for the books you have? I personally very rarely follow colour alongs. Mainly because I like to try and come up with my own and I get distracted watching colour alongs and not paying attention. I do plan on actually following one by Karen at My Colourful Country Life. That's in my plans for August. Doing a page on Die Welt unter der Lupe Zoolander. Just because I love the way she coloured it and I want to replicate that effect. More what I used to do when I started colouring was look at a picture that someone had coloured and try and replicate it as best as I could. And then obviously tag them. So just seeing what colours and where they put the colours on the page, that was more of what I would do rather than follow colour alongs. Hi Millie, welcome in. Welcome in. Page is looking great so far. Thank you so much. Can I please... Oh, lost the video. Zoom in a bit. Yes, I can. You can. How's that? A little bit better? Yeah, there are some finer details up here with the pump. I'll try and move the page across a bit, like that. Nikki loves long videos. You love your castle art pencils. Do I use another web store after Amazon like Etsy or Temu? I'm a bit unsure about books from Temu because a lot of the time I think it's the same as what you'd find on Amazon, but they do some Asian colouring books that you don't find as often. I got this book recently from Temu. It's also available on AliExpress that I could not find anywhere else, but managed to find on there. It's called Flowers and Cute Girls, and it's so pretty. So yeah, that's the only book I've ever got from one of those sites. I'm just a bit wary that they may have stolen the books from the artists and trying to sell it off. I don't know what their kind of policy or system is for books on their site. Harmonious has your attention, Chrissy. Nikki loves long videos. Yeah, we love long videos. And my videos tend to seem to be on the longer side nowadays, especially my completed pages. They seem to be very, very long nowadays, as I've been completing more pages each month. My mum and dad will always go, who the heck is watching an hour-long video from you? And I'm just like, lots of people. Thank you very much. Lots of people. My dad watches a fair bit of YouTube and he goes, majority of people I watch try to keep their content around 20-30 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, in the colouring community it can be whatever length really. We like a long video. Because a lot of us have it on in the background sort of thing. Be careful of some books on Temu, especially Coco Y, who they're fakes, yeah. That's what I feared. Autocorrect is a mess. You think my voice is relaxing? Thanks, guys. You do some colour along still, but now more of what Jess is saying. It's helped a ton, especially when learning a new medium and illustration style. Yeah. I think sometimes you see someone's coloured version of a page and you're like, that's exactly what I want mine to look like. I will follow this colour along. Sometimes you even only follow it for a bit, or follow it for the colours that they use, and then you colour it in your own way. I did that once for a Mythic World page. I followed Karen at My Colourful Country Life's colour along for a bit of it, and then did the rest myself. So it was inspired by her. My sister got a Johanna Basford book from Temu and it was definitely stolen in half the book, yeah. It's so sad people need to rip off other people just to make a few pounds. Yeah, I agree. It's... You think why? And like places like Shein stealing other creators' designs and patterns, etc. It's frustrating, so I'm wary of buying books off of Temu. I am. you've bought a few Chinese books off AliExpress, but I don't think I'd try buying Western books from there. Yeah, I agree, Millie. I think for me, I'd feel okay buying Chinese, maybe I'd buy Japanese books from Amazon Japan, but Chinese I don't buy as often. That's the only Chinese book I have, the one I just showed you. Just because they tend to actually be real from what I can gather. It's hard to know though with these sites, it really is. And that's how they make their money, because they make it so hard for the consumers. Yes, you do that with Karen videos now, you're so proud. Yeah, it's nice to have a starting off point. We'll be like, ooh, yeah, I love the colour she used here. What colour combo was that? Okay, let me do it. England are down 1-0. Oh dear. Oh dear. Am I right that they're playing against Spain again, and this is the third time they've played them? As I said, I don't watch sports, especially not football and games like that. I think it's just the house you're brought up in, really. I was brought up in a house that hated football, never watched football, so never got into it myself. So when I became an adult, I just kept that kind of idea of never watched it. It's the idea of like growing up and having those traditions in your family. Like my dad hates football, so we just never watched it. We need to put our super sub on. Yes, again, Spain, no, first time playing them. This is the final. All right. Do I have mandala books? I do not. Just trying to think. I have Nature Mandalas by Melpomene Chatsapanagiotu. That is the only mandala-esque book I have. And then Johanna Basford occasionally will put some mandala type images. I like mandalas which are of repeating patterns of objects or characters or animals. But I'm just not so interested in colouring the patterns. I used to like drawing them actually. A few years ago I would draw a mandala every now and then, get out my compass. But colouring them, I just think my time for colouring is limited, as all of ours is. And I'd rather be putting it into scenes and characters and animals and flowers and pretty things rather than mandalas. And that's just my own personal preference. Some people love mandalas for mindless colouring, whereas I like colour by numbers for mindless colouring, and other people hate colour by numbers and it's not for them. We all have our own things that we use for those simple, being able to shut off your mind colouring pages. Oh, I need to put my battery, plug my laptop in before it dies like it did a couple of streams ago. Oh, we've got a couple of other people joining in. Angie, hello, welcome in. And welcome Audrey. You're just tidying up after tea. Right, there we go, I'm plugged in. No threats of us disconnecting today. Alison tried buying from Temu. It's so tempting with their prices, but I've seen many examples of people on there selling dupes of artwork by people I know and stealing their work, so I don't now. Yeah, it's a great place for finding some cheap products. I get a lot of washi tape and stickers off Temu, but sometimes I do worry if it's stolen or not. But for me and what I use them for, I kind of appreciate the cheap prices, and the quality you get for it is pretty good actually. But I completely understand and respect people who choose to just never buy off there. I completely respect that. There was a time I was obsessed with mandalas, but after having Johanna, Maria and Lulu, I never touched them. Yeah, it just shows how your tastes change over time. think a lot of people started out with mandalas because they were very popular when the colouring book craze first started, weren't they? What happened? Some words disappeared. With your comments? Oh, I just saw your comment. Sorry. I try and read them all, but sometimes I will miss the odd one. Do I use glitters too in colour books? I use glitter gel pens. I have my little swatch page in my book here of all the glitter gel pens I use. So I love the Chromatech glitter gel pens. The Zebra Doodlers I use occasionally. The Uniball Signo are metallic gel pens, and the Pentel Dual Hybrid I've just recently got are nice and glittery. And then the Guangna Super Golden markers are so shiny. Yeah, those are a lot of the glittery mediums I use. I also use metallic watercolours. That's all. I go over all of that in my colouring supplies collection video. Nikki started getting the Hatchet Heroes colour by numbers. Yeah, I love them. I especially love them whilst watching TV, like doing the outlining. It's nice. They're big books that you can put on your lap or on a tray, and you don't have to think too much, and you can still watch the telly whilst colouring, which I like. You got all your Langwo gel pens from Temu. Yeah, I think a lot of us got them from Temu. I think that is where they originated from Temu or AliExpress or Shein or something of the like. A Chinese brand or a Japanese brand, not sure which. Yeah, they're nice palette cleansers between more complicated pages. This isn't my colouring journal, this is my swatch book. So in here I have my pencil set swatched out. I've got the Crayola Super Tips swatched, and all my glitter gel pens, my Langwo gel pens, and at the back I have Karen at My Colourful Country Lives colour combos. So I added these to the swatch journal as well, rather than printing out her pages. So I got the polychromos and the Prismacolors that she did. I don't refer to these that often. Zoe actually uses this more than I do. Whenever we're colouring together, she's like, do you have your colour combos? And I'm like, yep, here you go. Because I always have to bring my swatch book with me. But it is nice when you're wanting to use a different colour combo to what you're used to just bring this out. I want to add the Black Widows to it sometime soon, because I recently got the full 180 set. So it'll be nice to have the colour combos, as I'm less familiar with those pencils compared to the others. Oh, oh, oh. My laptop almost fell. Oh gosh. Went right up to the top of chat then, whilst I almost dropped my laptop. Yeah, they're good for supplies that aren't stolen artwork. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Nikki, you've got the Scooby-Doo and Smurfs one. I've got the Scooby-Doo one. It's so bright and bold and vibrant. I like the Smurfs one as well, but I try to be really picky with my colour by numbers because there's so many amazing ones coming out, and I'm afraid that my collection is going to be insanely large soon. So I try to be really, really picky. Hi Precious, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, that was my swatch book. Thanks for joining on stream. How long did this take to prepare? Quite a while. I won't lie. I think when I got the Black Widows, I spent one evening drawing out the boxes and then the next evening swatching them. But I enjoy organisation like this. And then for the colour combinations, I'd say one page like this took me, I think it was about 30 minutes. No, an hour for a whole page. I think the first time I did it, it took 2 hours. And then I managed to speed up as I went along. But once you got the setup, you can just do a little bit at a time sort of thing. Yeah, Zoe really does use my colour combos a lot. Oh, welcome in, Kaz. Don't apologise for being late. Thanks for joining us. Computer problems. Oh, annoying. Trini says, the main thing is that you enjoy colouring. It doesn't matter if it's mandalas or something else. I like to colour everything. A real fan colours everything. How else do you know what you like to colour? Exactly. I think we shouldn't be telling people what to colour. We can say what we like personally, but everyone is different with their tastes. Some people love the spooky colouring. Some people hate spooky colouring, would never touch it. Some people love the cutesy colouring. Some people find that too boring, and everyone is so different with their tastes. I think I'm like you, Trinu. I like a variety of different books in my life, but there are some styles which I'm not particularly drawn to. For example, I'm not particularly into horror colouring books. Just not for me. I'd much rather be colouring the cute pages, cute little characters and animals. But there are certain artists that I know I will never get their colouring books because they just don't appeal to me, and other people love them. For example, Clara Markova just doesn't appeal to me. Ken Matsuda, gorgeous, gorgeous artists, amazing artwork, but just don't appeal to me personally. And that's okay. That's okay to have a few artists that you just are not a fan of their style. Doesn't mean you hate their art, just means you won't colour it as a colourist. I think that's the nice thing about the colouring community. We can appreciate everyone's artwork for what it is, but accept that we won't colour all of them. Yana has a ring binder for all her swatch pages. Yeah, I like this little book because it's nice and portable, although some of the bottom pages of the polychromos that I turned to a lot started ripping from the bottom, so I don't know if I'd recommend getting a spiral bind one, although I love the fact that I can fold it over and it's nice and compact that way. Nikki just keeps buying more books, lol. Yep, you and me both. You just made a swatch book from Happy Planner big notebook that you have. Ooh, that's nice, having the disc bound system with that. You downloaded Sarah Clark's swatch downloads and printed them on the laser printer. Nice. I like to start my swatch books with, let me show you, the Colour with Claire swatch chart. I find this is great for seeing an overview of all the pencils just printed on basic printer paper when I first get the pencils, and then I can make my changes. So if you go to my Black Widow page, it's very, very subtle changes, but I'll just rearrange the order. Like I have these more muted yellows to start with. Oh, you can't see. I have these more muted yellows to start with, where she doesn't. It just change the order of some of them slightly, like these pinky ones are here rather than later with the purples. But I like these as like my starting position for creating my own swatch chart, because we all have our own ways that we like to view things, and for a lot of people that's the way they like to view it, but I like to make it my own and have them all in rows next to each other. Yana, oh no, Zoe says same, she's been putting her most used swatches in a smaller spiral bound plastic pocket book. Now say that 5 times fast. Smaller spiral bound plastic pocket book, smaller spiral. Zoe likes variety, but mostly flora and fauna. Hee hee. Yeah, you go back to your favourites, as we all do. Totally agree with you. There are people who love colouring shopping bags. Oh yes. Variety is the spice of life, absolutely. You like a bit of everything. Where's your stream buddy? Yeah, Ashley. She must be doing something in the background. It's really surprised how many like fantasy and horror colouring, oh, like liking both of them. Or like the horror colouring and fantasy ones. Yeah. I think a lot of people would have, but people love horror things and they are drawn to that art style. It just shows everyone's different. Agreed, never would have thought I'd like dark fairy tales as much as I do. Would never have known if I didn't get it, even though I said no to it initially. Yeah, dark fairy tales for me is my upper limit of horror colouring. I don't mind the bits of blood splatter in there because it's not too much for me, but I understand how it was too much for other people and they decided that no, they wouldn't be getting it. But I love fairy tales colouring, and I love how it's such a different style of fairy tales book for me. So it's definitely one of my favourite books I even have in my collection, and my favourite that Kirby has ever done. Even though it is a bit horror and gory, I can deal with that level. You love those charts? Yeah, by Colour with Claire, they're really good. I recently liked the page that Jess coloured in black background. Black background. I remember seeing a comment on that. Oh, I think that was on my Johanna Basford one with the lanterns. Yeah, that took a long time, that black background. It was all with Inktense pencils. Hi Manna, hello, welcome. Have I tried diamond art and painting by numbers? I have done some diamond painting. Yeah, I did really enjoy it, and I've done 2 full ones, and I haven't done any since. I've done half of another one, it's a Christmas themed one, and just never got back into it. I think I started diamond painting and then I quickly got into colouring afterwards, and colouring kind of took over my crafting time a lot. But I still have a few kits that I've still yet to do, some really cute ones. Nikki's worst thing to colour is people. Yeah, I was not a fan of people when I first started colouring. It was very, very overwhelming to me, and like Hannah Carson's style, I didn't like to start with. It took me about a year of seeing her artwork and seeing it being coloured for me to grow to love her art style. So it just shows how your tastes change over time. No dinner for Zoe tonight. Steve's just whipped himself up. Sorry, just reading the sentence that was written. Steve's just whipped himself up. It seems I can only have dinner every other night because of my stomach issues. Yeah, just do a bit of grazing, Zoe, as long as you've eaten, put something in your stomach. Even if it's like just a packet of crisps or something simple like that. See, I love horror, but always careful where I post it because lots don't like it. Yeah, but you've got to do you, Nikki. You've got to, if it brings you joy and you want to share it, just share it. What's the worst that people do? Just move on, scroll away. That's okay. Are there any colouring books featuring people? Oh, lots of colouring books. Hannah Carson does a lot of people. Maria Troll does a lot of little cute kind of characters. Eerie involves a lot of people. You get some people in a lot of the mythographic books. Johanna doesn't really do people apart from in Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. And then you've got lots of specifically portrait colouring artists. So Christine Karen, Daria Kakasoy. People help me in the comments because I don't have very many of them. Vishang Ong. Yeah, give me some portrait artists in the comments to help people out. What do the little purple crowns mean in chat? Are you super fans? So at the top of where it says live chat, you've got top fans and it's XP. I don't think it's very accurate though, because you get some people who seem to comment more than others but don't have the XP. It doesn't mean anything to me. It's kind of for someone who's commenting the most to encourage people to comment on live streams. But if you comment once on a live stream, I appreciate you. If you comment 100 times, I appreciate you just as much. What makes horror movies special? The only thing that bothers me is spiders. I hate spiders. Sorry, spider fans. A lot of people hate spiders, so that's okay. I don't know what it is about horror. I never liked it as a kid. Well, when I was younger, I was a very scared child, but as I got older, I started liking it more. Zoe might have a yogurt. I'm going to see if I can sit at my desk and try to colour. Not sure if I can situate my leg or knee so it's more elevated. Looking to see if I can come up with a way how to do this. Get a stack of books, Yana, and elevate it as best as possible. Please be careful though. Have you tried in your bed? Or I know not everyone can colour in the bed, but I personally have never even tried it, but that could be a way of elevating your leg. Or I will sometimes colour on the sofa with my legs up in the recliner and use a lap tray for that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, lots of people sending lots of love to Zoe for not feeling well. You're taking notes. Oh, here's some names. Christine Karen, yeah. You need to have your knee bent a bit as it hurts to have it elevated flat. Not sure if I can have the room under the desk to do that. Yeah. That's the tricky part. You have a shelf under the desk surface, that is the obstacle. Yeah, my desk is right up to a wall, so I wouldn't be able to do anything for me. Alison saying good night. Thanks for answering all your comments. It was lovely to hang out with you a little while. Thanks for joining us, Alison. Lovely to have you in the stream. Glad you enjoyed it. I am going to have to wrap up soon. I think I will stream until about 6:30-ish, maybe more like 20 past, as it will be dinner time soon. I've just thought I've got a Colouring Heaven here. This one, it's got lots of artists in it, lots of portrait artists as well. So you've got Selena Fennick, does a lot of portraits, Anne Stokes. This goes through lots of people. Jasmine Beckett Griffith, a very different colouring book style. Here's Christine Karen, she does gorgeous portraits. Who do we have here? Jana Prosperina, some really pretty kind of fairies she does a lot of. Sarah Richter, some more kind of gothic-y style portraits. Maud Lemoyne, she is more similar to, kind of like similar to Christine Karen, but more cartoony in a way, less realistic. We've got Enis Guerrero, some very kind of... here's Daria Kakasoy, she does really cute faces. And then we have Yuriko Shiru, some kind of gothic-y style ones for a different style. And who's at the back here? Anna Marine, some nice witchy style ones. So there's a whole bunch of portrait artists if you're interested in them. Chris uses a recliner with 2 pillows under your foot with a lap desk, is what you did when she did your foot in. There are no recliners in my house, hence the reason I am not married, as 98% of men have to have a recliner. I live in a recliner-free zone. Oh, we could have a footstool. Do you have a footstool at all? We have Yolanda, aka Colouring by Mama, in 1 hour if anyone else is interested. Zoe's popped the link into chat. Ghosts are overrated as they are not as scary as the movies overreact to ghosts. They have suffered too and need help if they should come to haunt us. We must learn to listen to them carefully. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm one to believe in ghosts, but I do enjoy a ghost film now, or especially the series on Netflix, The Haunting of Hill House and Bly Manor. Loved those. Such good series. I've been thinking about rewatching them. I've just watched the Final Destination series as they were on Netflix and going away at the start of August. I'm going to start activating the pencil. That might be all I have time for. I might be able to get the water done, but I'll see. I might get the pencil base down for the water and not activate it, depending on the time. We are having homemade pizza tonight, so my parents may holler at me to come down soon to make it. Or for all I know, they'll send a message in chat, because they do lurk in my stream sometimes. You need to rewatch the I Know What You Did Last Summer franchise ready for the new movie. I need to just watch them, because I think I'd enjoy them. I've got quite a few horror style movies on my watch list at the moment. I've been kind of watching a movie on the nights where no one's streaming and I don't have work, which at the moment is about once a week. Because there does have a lot of days where either I'm streaming or someone else is streaming, which is lovely. Thought about a footstool, but it keeps my knee lower than what I need to, which is above my heart as much as possible. That's why I use 2 pillows to elevate. Yeah, maybe a double footstool moment where you have one for your foot, one for your knee, where you put pillows on it. It's just a suggestion. I don't know if that would actually work. It's hard finding a comfy position that's good for you. It was a pleasure to join your live stream. Enjoyed and learned. We'll see you next time. Good night. Thanks for joining us, Ananta. I don't know if I'm getting your name right, but I'm trying my best. Thank you so much for joining and chatting in the live. It's been lots of fun having you here. Nikki's doing the dishes at the same time. Yeah, it's always nice having something in the background whilst you're doing the dishes. Nothing more boring than doing the dishes, I think. Cheesy 90s horror, a bit like the Scream franchise. Yeah, see, the Scream franchise I've also never watched, but I need to. Need to find somewhere which has all of them, because Netflix has, I think, Scream 6, like the newer ones, on it. But I want to watch them in order, because I love the Fear Street movies, and they say that the Fear Street movies were very kind of Scream inspired, with the tone and patterns of it, of the storied beats. Oh, who do we have here? Oh, welcome in Sunday. You caught me. You just want to say that I've inspired you to get back to colouring your mammoth mountain of colouring books. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you for joining us. I'm glad to have helped you get back into colouring. It is such a wonderful hobby to have. So grateful for it. Carol colours 98% of the time in your recliner. She has a tote bag with colouring necessities next to it. That sounds perfect. I tend to only colour downstairs in the recliner. It's not actually a recliner chair, it's a recliner sofa, so me and my dad sit on that, my mum sits on the recliner chair, so we can all be able to recline and have our feet up. But yeah, I tend to do my colour by numbers downstairs, or something easy that doesn't require much thought or brain power, something where I've already got a set colour palette of pencils out. Or we'll occasionally bring that down for watching a film together or something like that. Do I also feel these horror movies are a bit over the top when you watch these horror movies? Oh yeah, 100%. As Zoe says, 100%. That's why I love them. Yeah, I like when it's so ridiculous and they're able to kind of laugh at themselves. For me, I'm quite weird. I like the gory movies more than like the psychological thrillery ones. I find a gory kill just funny, like Final Destination. Some of those kills are insane, like so fake looking and so shocking that it's entertaining in a way. It's funny, you'd ask me 10 years ago and if I'd say I'd enjoy watching horror movies like this, I'd be like, absolutely not. Did you see I Know What You Did Last Summer is coming back? Yeah, I saw they're doing a new one. Oh, Julie, take care. Lovely to have you join me for the stream. Thanks for chatting and joining me today. Lovely to have you here. The Scary Movie franchise was good. Yeah, I need to see some of them. So how can you sleep after watching a horror movie? I don't know. I think because I know it's so fake and so like that would never happen is how I sleep. Because I know it's not real. And I'm able to make that distinction in my brain anyway. Trying to get a smooth blend of the water with this. It's getting that nice transition. It's proving a little bit difficult. Kind of lost some of the contrast I had going on. But that's okay, this is a base. I can always intensify some of the colours with another layer of pencil on top. I'm not sure if I should do shading with the polychromos or the albrecht-durers. What do you guys suggest? Because the polychromos have the exact same range of colours as the albrecht-durers. I need to do a proper swatch chart of the albrecht-durers where I've activated them because I'm just going off the colours from polychromos. Oh, Chrissy and Audrey both don't watch horror movies. I'm a wuss. There's nothing wrong with that. I completely understand not enjoying horror movies. Completely get it. Zoe has obtained a yogurt. Enjoy your yogurt. What days do I stream? The plan is every Friday 7:30 BST, and then keep an eye out for bonus streams, most likely Wednesday, and I might keep this Sunday afternoon slot depending if I'm working or not, because sometimes I do work on a Sunday to pick up an extra shift, so it'll depend on that. But you can expect every Friday unless something comes up, I'm not feeling well or the like, and then maybe most Wednesdays, but that's not a guarantee. I can't do live action horror movies at all. Cartoons are usually alright unless they're too gratuitous for no reason. Yeah, that's fair enough. That is completely fair and valid. The way I got into enjoying horror movies was watching recaps on YouTube, so I would know kind of the level of gore and intensity going into it. And then by the time I actually watched the films, I'd forgotten most of the plot and just enjoyed sort of dipping my feet into the waters by watching these recaps on YouTube. Helped me get into it to start with. The Exorcist, ex-boyfriend took me to see, and the pictures did it for me. A lot of people say The Exorcist is like the scariest horror film out there, don't they? I've never seen it personally, but I can imagine how that puts you off. Oh no, I've got a bit of green into this. Transfer over from the leaves. Do a small section of each to see. I feel like each time it's different when going over the top. That's a good idea. Which ones are scarier, ghosts or aliens? I don't know. For me, probably ghosts, because they're more realistic. Like aliens, I'm like, no, those aren't real. Whereas ghosts could be potentially. I feel like ghosts are often depicted scarier as well. Like just kind of eerie, spooky. Nikki will probably resubscribe soon too, Jess. No worries, that would be lovely to have you join us again. You're not too sure if you've seen that either? Oh, The Exorcist. I must be a psycho because I laugh watching The Exorcist. It's something. Everyone's got their own niche, and that's perfectly okay. I think as I'm activating this, I'm not sure if I do metal with watercolour, or by that I mean activating it with water, just because I'm losing a lot of my contrast and definition with the colours, as the watercolour is able to, activating with water is able to blend it all together nice and smoothly, and sometimes you want those sharp differences between the colours on the page, which I'm not getting as much with this. So I think I will have to add a bit more pencil shading over the top, but that's okay. It's good to try these things out. And the albrecht-durers are still very new pencils to me, so now I know if I want to do metal, don't bother activating them, as I lose all my contrast and shading. It just means more work going over the top after. Zoe prefers the jump scare ones over the grey ones. See, I hate jump scares. I would much prefer blood and guts and gore over jump scares. So like the Saw movies, Final Destination, those kind of things. I like ones with interesting concepts that aren't just slasher films, that have a curse behind them or someone's plotting against other people, rather than just this guy's a psycho and he's killing people. I prefer more of an interesting story. I've not seen Mars Attack with aliens. No, I've never seen that. Never even heard of that, I'll be honest. England's at 1-1. Right, let me grab a few pencils for the water. Grab these blues. Just gonna do, what's this, middle phthalo and light phthalo blue for the water. Starting with these puddles, I think I will just do the outer edge, the blue, and let it blend into the white of the paper for the centre of the puddle to give it that kind of see-through effect in a way. So we'd be right back, no worries. Yeah, just leaving the puddles to something very subtle like that. Just a little bit of colour around the edge of the blue. I will see if I have enough time to activate this with water with you all. I'm starting to get a bit hungry though. And shadow at the tub underneath here. Same on that side as well. You like English serial killer movies? What? See, I don't know which ones are the English ones. Because I'm not... I like specific series, but I'm not that into the genre as a whole. I'm not as familiar with all the different films in the horror genre. Like Poirot. Ah, and like, what's another one? More like murder mystery kind of things. Agatha Christie. I'm trying to make sense of this water and I'm getting confused. Start with this, because it's kind of showing it as quite see-through. So I think I'll just be subtle with the shading here. Using a nice light layer of the pencil. I can always go in with a bit of white paint pen to add to the kind of splashy rippled effects. Yes, the fact that you can see like the cat's paws and feet under the water. It's a bit challenging to colour, I won't lie. But I'll make it up as I go along. Oh dear Zoe, Angie's saying come on Spain. Go careful with what you say, Angie, because Zoe's my mod and she could kick you out. No, she won't do that. When it was the... was it the Euros last year? I don't know what it was, but when the men's team lost to Spain, and a bunch of the guys at work were very upset about it, and we at Longleat were serving Spanish chicken at the time, and he goes, I'm not serving that to anyone, it can be removed from the menu for all I care. But some football fans do get serious, like not eating any French food after they lost to France, and yeah, could never be me. It's not that deep. Yeah, Zoe's not like that. She appreciates everyone playing. Yeah, as someone who's more of a fan of the sport in general rather than necessarily the team. Just supporting the country. I remember when I was at uni and friends were watching it and they were like, have you watched any of the, what was it, the Europa tournament? And I was like, no. Not even the final, if they get to the final. And I was like, no, I don't care. I really do not care. Even if it was the final of the World Cup, which it was, what was it, a couple of years ago? Nope, didn't watch that. Didn't care. I'll keep up to date with it on like Twitter. See updates there and be like, oh, look at this, wow. But there's so many other things I'd rather be doing than watching football in my life. And that's just me personally. I understand how people enjoy watching it. This water is challenging me. Murder, She Wrote is coming back with Jamie Lee Curtis. Ooh, that's fun. Jamie Lee Curtis was really good in Scream Queens, which was this Ryan Murphy series just after he finished Glee. That was super, super cheesy, but Jamie Lee Curtis was good in that. And she, of course, what was she? She originated the Scream franchise, didn't she? Did she? Was that her? Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis plays like kooky roles really well. Can't wait for the Scottish Premier League to start back, and the Premier League, my two teams are Celtic and Man City. Nice. So he's just being patriotic. She's Man United, sorry, haha. Although these days I appreciate Liverpool more. I like their team togetherness. Yeah. I think when you've got someone in your life who's so supportive of one team, you tend to be more drawn towards them as well. I love always what reminds me of England this series, Keeping Up Appearances. Gosh, it's super funny. I've never seen that actually. Oh, it's Celtic, is it? Not Celtic. Can't even pronounce things from my own country. Kind of glad I'm doing this water with the albrecht-durers to have that kind of wishy-washy effect with the watercolours and it blending nicely. Because it does kind of overlap a lot of areas. I may fiddle with it off camera. Get this base layer down at least. Yeah, because like you can see the pores are underneath the water and I don't know exactly how I want to colour that yet. Sometimes I'll do a base layer of like the watercolour and then yeah, let's carry on. Doing a very light base of the watercolour over their pores, and then when I figure out what colours I want for their fur I can always go over the top of it. Sometimes you just need to commit with ideas and colouring pages. Did that recently with a page that was underwater. I based it all with the watercolour. It looked awful to start with, like they had bluey, greeny, orangey skin. Not orangey, bluey, greeny skin. But then once you add the shading with pencils on the top of it, it all works out. And just having that base layer of the water underneath can help create a nice natural effect. Okay, I can hear my parents starting to prep tea, so I will activate this and then I will jump off. Celtic Knots Celtic Football Club. See, I thought it was Celtic for, you know, the word Celtic Knots, and I'm not into football, so I wouldn't have known that it was Celtic. You beat me to it, Zoe. Yep, Celtic. Best team in Scotland. United Kingdom or England? How should I call the country? I mean, I live in England. UK is England, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales as a whole. That's the UK. England is specifically one section of the UK, which I am also from. It does get quite confusing, but I would say I'm from the UK, or I am British, as in Great Britain. There's so many different names though for the country. Like there's Great Britain, which is part of it. United Kingdom is something slightly different. The British Isles is everything including Ireland. This is bloody confusing for our living. So the UK is like the whole island, and then you have different segments of it which are their own individual countries, and they combine together to make the UK, which itself is its whole country. But Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland will have their own slightly different rules and laws and ways of doing school and things like that, like very slight differences, even though they are technically part of the same country. So close to 2-1. Is that to England, I take it, Zoe? trying to think of a comparison of like the UK to any other country in the world, and I kind of can't, because it's not like the States in America. It's completely different to that, because the States in America are more similar to our counties here in England and, well, the UK. It's not really any other country that's made up of other countries. Yeah, I think I'm going to play around with this water off camera. Every year Eurovision call it United Kingdom, yes. But the confusing thing is, on things like the Olympics, we're Team Great Britain. So we don't help things. United Kingdom, the UK, Great Britain, GB, the British Isles, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, all different things. Ireland is a completely separate country, but Northern Ireland is part of the UK. That adds to the confusion. Just got the little puddles to do, and then I will be popping off and go help prep for tea or dinner. Yes, well, we think yourself as the USA, United States, America, so I guess it's the same, even though we were part of the Americas. Yeah, it's similar in that sense. In the Commonwealth Games, we're Team Scotland, Wales, England, etc. Yeah, which is different, because in the Olympics we'd be all together. So when watching the Commonwealth Games, some people you see as GB athletes, so you're like, oh, they're not part of England, they're part of Scotland, and separated in that way. And then you've got things like the Channel Islands, with all the different little islands like Guernsey and Jersey. That's not a place. Guernsey and Jersey, and the Isle of Man, which are all part of the UK but their own separate islands, but kind of their own thing. But yeah, everything's confusing. I just wish all the wars would stop and everyone could get along with each other. Yeah. If only everyone had morals like that, Zoe, eh? Instead of leaders being on an ego trip, exactly. I don't know if I'm asking this, but are you a Eurovision viewer? Do I cheer for your country singer? I watch it occasionally. Every few years I'll watch it. Sometimes I'm busy. Like this year I was working whilst Eurovision was on, but it is fun, and it's fun to keep along with your country and seeing how they do and how the UK often will flop. Yeah, the Outer Hebrides as well, like Shetland and Orkney. Yeah, all of those kind of things. But I am going to leave it here today, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Managed to get another nice chunk of the page done. The tub, the pump and the water. But I think I'm going to need to off stream figure out the colours I want to do for the cats, because I don't want to be having to think of that on stream. Might do the character profiles in between, and I think I'd probably do them in polychromos actually. In fact, oh no, that's not the character profiles. Here they are. Let me just zoom this out again. Oh, what am I doing? I need to get a little cool stream deck thing that Amy has so I can do different zooming in points. There we go. So we got thank you for streaming. Oh, Zoe loves Eurovision. Watch for the music. Thanks for streaming, gorgeous page. Thanks for streaming. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for all the lovely comments. Thanks for chatting with me. Yeah, I think I might try and get this done in between streams so that next time, could be Wednesday, could be Friday, one of those days that I will come and get a little bit closer, maybe even finish this page. We'll see. I don't know, making no promises. But yeah, thanks for joining me, everyone. I will see you very soon. Bye, everyone.